welcome to the Local Buzz. I'm Mary Ellen, the co-founder of Benvana. And as you know, the Local Buzz showcases all the awesome people we have in our sphere and what they're doing great things in their community. And today we are super excited to have Cathy with us of Anthem Stars and Chips. And Cathy, you are hitting the ground running because if I'm correct, you just started your business a few months ago, correct, Cathy?
That is correct. Actually, right when the COVID hit, which didn't help. But yes, everything is going well now.
So Cathy, can you give us a quick intro on who you are and why you saw a need for your business in the North Phoenix area?
Absolutely. Well, my name is Cathy Kukral, and I own Anthem Stars and Chips, which is a windshield chip repair business. So I'm an experienced repair technician, and I'm certified with the National Windshield Repair Division, which is a division of the Auto Glass Safety Council. And prior to starting this business, I was a director of maintenance for one of the largest rent-a-car companies in the state of Arizona. And I was there for about 32 years. And I retired in 3 years ago. And I decided I wanted to move to Anthem because Anthem is such a beautiful place. And I like to golf, and it's a small community, clean environment, beautiful parks, quiet. And I saw that there was such a demand for chip repair because going up and down the freeways, you can't help but get a rock chip. And since I had over 35 years of automotive experience, and I grew up on a farm in South Dakota. My father was a mechanic. And after school, and when I moved to Arizona, I got a job as a mechanic. I did auto collision damage appraising. And then I also owned a previous chip repair business in the early 1980s. And then after I sold that, and went to work for this rent-a-car company, I just have been involved in repairing vehicles for years. So I like doing windshield repair, and it's a business I know very well. And I just wanted to do something of great benefit to the people living in this community.
And if you think about it, the saying, you could do it in your sleep. You could literally do windshield repair in your sleep.
Yes, I can.
I'll never forget, my husband, he moved to Anthem 15 years ago, and that was before the I-17 was what you see today. It was when a lot of the construction was being done. And he would, the old saying, I went to school uphill and then had to, walk back uphill. And it's kind of the same thing. He's like, oh, driving down the I-17, it was all rocks. And so definitely hear how important it is to make sure your windshield's looking good, especially up there in Anthem. So
exactly.
What's kind of the history of the windshield repair? Because what's the difference between a windshield repair and just doing a whole new windshield?
Well, windshield repair, it actually started in the early 70s. And by the 80s and 90s, it started to get recognized. And there was a lot of companies that started developing equipment and resins, and it just kept getting better and better. And then by the year of 2000, it really skyrocketed because a lot of companies could really see what a savings it was to repair your windshield versus replacing it. And especially large fleet companies. It's just a great way to save money. And so chip repair is, it's a simple process, but the resin is so important. And the process is pretty much the same. Windshields are made of 2 layers of glass, and there's a laminated layer in between, and that keeps the windshield from shattering into pieces. So when you get a rock chip, it hits the first layer and it breaks that portion of the glass, and air gets in there. So windshield chip repair, we remove the air and we inject a resin into it. That restores the structural integrity of the windshield. So that's much better than replacing the whole windshield, because it not only saves you money, but it keeps that factory seal. When you have a brand new car, the one thing you want to keep is avoid having your windshield replaced when at all possible, because you'll never get a factory seal again. Mm-hmm. So that's really important. So that is a benefit when you can save money, save your factory seal, and just know that safety is an important factor when getting your windshield replaced. Because a lot of companies, some companies, don't really have certified, experienced installers. So if you go to my website, you can read a lot more about that. So.
And a chip, is a chip just like, is there a certain size of when a repair can be done? What's that kind of look like from that standpoint?
Yes, because I'm certified with the National Windshield Repair Division, and they set all of the guidelines of what can be repaired, what should not be repaired. So yes, there's many guidelines, and the insurance companies will say, is it larger than a dollar bill? Mm-hmm. And everybody that I've gone out to will say, no, it's about the size of a quarter or $half or whatever. The National Windshield Repair Division says, we can repair a crack up to 14 inches long. So there again, because chip repair does not make it invisible, but it does restore the structural integrity of the windshield, and it can keep it from spreading farther. So based on the guidelines that the National Windshield Repair Division states, that's what I follow.
Interesting. So not only is it chips, but it's also if you have a crack, depending on the length of the crack, you can get that as well.
Yes, and also where it's located on the windshield. Mm-hmm. Anything that obstructs the driver's vision you need to take that into consideration before you actually do a repair. Mm-hmm. There could be a repair the size of a quarter or larger. And if it's in the driver's vision, it's not advisable to fix that. Mm-hmm. Unless the actual impact area is a certain size. So there's so many factors involved when you make that decision.
Awesome. And talking about like insurance, does the chips and the chip repair, does that fall under insurance?
Most insurance companies, and it all depends on what the customer carries for their insurance. But most insurance companies will pay for a chip repair if you have full coverage. And some people, they choose to pay out of pocket, because every time you file a claim, whether it's a chip repair or a windshield replacement or a collision damage, all of this counts against you. So I try to make my chip repairs affordable. In fact, I'm running a fantastic special through the summer for everyone to take advantage of doing a out-of-pocket expense versus filing a claim. But if you want to file a claim, I'm approved by the insurance companies to bill them direct. So whatever you decide, I can do it.
So basically what you're saying is call you first, and
Call
then
me first.
you guys can discuss it to see which option is better, whether to do the insurance or to do to do it out of pocket.
Exactly. And a lot of people feel that since they're paying for insurance, they should have insurance pay for it. But what a lot of people don't know is filing too many claims. It could subject you to rate increases in your premiums, or it can even cause a cancellation in your policy. So, but if that's what they choose to do, I am happy to do that for them and do the billing form, and there's no out-of-pocket expense. But I have found many people who would like to just pay out-of-pocket and avoid filing that claim.
Now, we were talking earlier about your four-legged friends that are your coworkers
Yes.
that you have. Can you tell us a little bit more about your four-legged coworkers? Because I believe they ride around with you a lot.
Yeah. Yes. Well, I have 3 boxers and I have 1 little rescue poodle. I was very involved in rescuing dogs, and I had to quickly get out of that because it was hard for me to let them go. But I ended up with keeping 1 little poodle who is so attached to me. And even though I found him 4 different homes, he came back to me because of their circumstances changed. And so now he's going to live his life out with me. And 3 boxers who he puts them in their place. But these boxers, they're all champions, and they are the best dogs, and I love them dearly. So it's a little hard for them right now, walking in the heat or taking them to the dog park. So we spend a lot of time in the pool. So.
So if they're not sleeping on the job, then they're swimming on the job.
That's right. Yeah. And, they still, get paid regardless.
Paid in good treats, huh?
Yes, exactly.
So what areas do you service? I believe you were saying you like to service above, north of the 101.
Yes. I wanted to, really provide the community here, especially in Anthem, with this service because of all the traveling that everybody does have to do up and down the freeways. But I will do New River, Anthem, Desert Hills, Tremonto, anything north of the 101. I get a call, and a lot of times if I'm farther out and I get a call, I'll go even farther out if I'm just in that area. So.
Well, and then how long does the process take? If I call you, we schedule a time for you to come out and do the repair. How long does it take?
A repair usually takes around 30 minutes because I am so particular. I like to get them to look as nice as they can possibly look. So 30 minutes, and if you have 2 chips or 3 chips, I have more than 1 bridge that I can actually use, so I can do, 2 or 3 at a time. So when I'm finished with the repair, because the resin is cured by UV light, and I have a UV light that I put on it, you can drive your car instantly. It is no waiting period whatsoever. Not like in a windshield replacement, when they put a sealant around that windshield, there is a curing time. And there's actually 2 curing times. One where it's actually okay to drive, but also one where it's safe to drive in a result of a collision. So that can be anywhere up to an hour to 10 hours. And depending on which manufacturer sealant they use, they need to tell you that when they replace the windshield. So with a repair, you're good to go instantly after I finish.
Okay, so yeah, about 30 minutes and you're done and you can be on
Yes.
the road to your next adventure.
Yes. And I might mention that when you get a chip repair, I do pass out what I call a chip saver. And all it is my little card. And on the back of it, there is a clear circle sticker. And I ask you to put that over the brake so you keep it clean and dry. Because the more times it's got water in there, or you wash your car and there's residue from the windshield fluids or the soap, it can contaminate the brake. And that makes it harder to make it clearer when I repair it. So as soon as you get a break, the best way is to call me immediately so I can get out there and get it fixed so you can then wash it and do anything you want with it.
And so what is your phone number?
My phone number is 602-702-0153.
And then I know you also said your website is anthemstarsandchips.com. And they can also find you on Facebook and on NextDoor.
Correct.
And Yelp.
And Yelp.
So you're everywhere.
I'm everywhere, yes. And trying to get out there for any of the businesses that have more than one vehicle. I'm really reaching out to them to express how I can save them money by keeping them having to replace windshields in their fleet vehicles, keep their professional image up by having nice looking windshields, vehicles. You know, some of these people have spent a lot of money in wraps, as I have, so that they look professional. So getting your windshield chips fixed and keeping your windshields from being broke, your image is much nicer.
So with that said, yeah, it's not only, personal vehicles, it's also if you have fleet vehicles within your business. So you can handle anyone from one vehicle to 100 vehicles.
Exactly.
You can run the whole gamut.
Yes, exactly.
Well, awesome, Cathy. Thank you so much for sharing with us what you do, your passion and how you've used your 30 years of experience into creating this new business for the North Valley. I know we are super excited to have you in the Anthem Area Chamber, and we're super excited to, just have you as part of our network. So thank you so much, Cathy, for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. I look forward to meeting everybody and giving a great service to this community.
Well, thank you again. And if you enjoyed this local buzz, don't forget to like it, share it, and subscribe to our YouTube channel to see all the local buzzes.